Okay, so you're getting excited about making your own campervan conversion, but drawing up on paper the dimensions and design of your campervan just isn't cutting it. Well, that was exactly what happened to me, but I knew in my mind that if I wanted to create a 3D model, I was going to have to pay for it. But drawing a campervan conversion out on paper just isn't the same as making your own 3D design and bringing that image in your mind to life. So that's when I found this website that allowed me to design my campervan to the exact image I had in my mind for only £8. So, to start designing your campervan conversion, head to Google or your preferred search engine and type in 3D van design. Now, a couple of results will come up. Van Space 3D is the top one, and this is the one I definitely recommend the most. But if we look at the pricing, you can see it's pretty expensive, even for the base one. And it has no free option, and the alternative I'm going to show you actually does have a free option. Furthermore, as you can see, this doesn't include VAT. It puts another $5.40 on the price. The next one I'm going to show you doesn't put anything on top. So instead of using Van Space, I found Plan Your Van, which is probably the second best one. This seems to be a mainly German website, but it will translate it for you. Now, if we look at the pricing, you can see that there is actually a free option here, although it will only let you have 10 objects. So this means the things that you can place, like beds and objects inside your van. So what I went for is this option here, which is only €10, and it gives you 30 objects, which is just enough to design your van, I found out. You can also go for the unlimited option here too, which is actually cheaper than the cheapest option on the other one. Right, so as you can see, this is your dashboard here. I've already got my template here, but I'll show you when you create a new one, you can create your own van with own sizes. This is if yours isn't here, if you've got a very unique van. But most of the standard ones that everyone else has, like the Ford Transit Custom, the Fiat Ducato, the Peugeot Boxter, which I have. You've also got your classic T4 and T5 and T6 here too, and even an ambulance. But obviously, yeah, we got the Peugeot Boxter, and it also lets you choose which length you have, and height. So I believe mine is length 3, height 2, and it'll give you all the measurements in centimeters here. So all you need to do is measure yours to get it perfect. So when we start designing our van, as you can see, we can choose what we want for the walls. I'm going to choose this because it looks like ply. So we're going to put ply on ours, and I think we're going to varnish it. As you can see, it's a really good 3D model you got here. You can turn the bulkhead off, because I don't want the bulkhead, I don't have one in mine, because it was an ex-minibus. We've also got other materials like carpet, and ours will be half carpet, half ply, but you can't do that on this one. So if you click on furniture, you've got bed, door, chair, kitchen, all that lot. I'm going to begin by putting in a wall, and as you can see, when you place an object, you greet it with a screen and you can put in the dimensions of the object you want. So as you can see, here's my wall. You can rotate it and turn it and stretch it up and down. So I want to turn it there, and I want to put it against the bulkhead, because I want a wall against the bulkhead on the passenger side, but not on the driver's side, because the driver's seat needs to go back further. So the next thing I'm going to do is put some laminate flooring down, and this is going to be the same sort of flooring as I got on the boat, because we want to make this van look sort of like a second home to our Narrowboat Olive. And next I'm going to move on to putting in the 3 beds in. Yes, 3 beds in a Peugeot Boxter. They're all going to be 2'6" though. So we place the bed in, put the length, the width and the height. And there we go, that's our bed. And now we can move it wherever we want. So I'm going to put it over here. This is my dad's bed we're going to start with. This is going to be a bunk bed. My bed will be above this one. So that bed is 2'6" wide. So yeah, I just duplicated this bed so I can place my one directly above my dad's. So next, as you can see, it doesn't come with wheel arches, so I'm going to make sure I put my wheel arches in to the exact measurements of the one in my van, just so I can arrange my objects and things around those wheel arches. So as you can see, I've got my 2 wheel arches there. I think that is roughly the size of them. but it is very important to put them in because you don't want to not have them in and then find out, oh, I got wheel arches here, I can't do what I wanted to do. Okay, so next I'm going to put the windows in because this was an ex-minibus, so it's got plenty of windows. I'm going to make sure they're in all the right places. So there's my windows to the exact measurements of they are in real life. I'm not going to do the other side because I don't need to do that and it'll be a waste of objects. Remember, I only have 30 objects to work with. So I'm going to duplicate the bed so I can place this over the other side, which will be my mum's bed. And because me and Dad both snore, she needs to be quite far away from us. I am just going to reduce the height of these beds because they don't need to be that big. So there we go, we have our beds in, and I'm going to make another wall so I can begin the process of building the bathroom. So we have a Thetford porta potty, and I've just gone on Amazon to see the exact measurements of that so I can just put it in. And there is preset toilets on here you can choose, but they seem to be not working very well. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a square to the exact measurements of the porta potty. And here we go, this is the completed toilet. As you can see, the shower tray is before the toilet because usually the toilet would go the other way around in most other people's van conversions, but ours has to be like this because we want the countertop for the kitchen to be next to the window so we can look out. But yeah, that's our little tiny bathroom there. We've got a little shower tray which is 2 foot by 2 foot, and we've also got the porta potty there. As you can see, it just goes up against the wheel arch there, so that's not really too much of a problem. The window is there, but we're going to get some tinted film for that, so that shouldn't be a problem. So now I'm building the countertops for the kitchen, and these are only 1'6" countertops, so they're not very big because we don't have a lot of space to work with, but they are about, got about, I don't know, like 6 foot of countertop there total. Maybe a bit more. These come in presets, so all you do is you place them down, you put the measurements in, and it's perfect. All there for you. So we're going to make Dad's bed into a L-shaped bed, so you can sit down on it while you're cooking, or just sit down on it in general and have your dinner on it. I'm going to make this about 2 foot by 2 foot. So as you can see, there's just enough leg room to get past. And then as you can see, it comes with preset sinks, although they don't look anything like the images. But it's just there so you can, have an example and know where your sink's going to go. And there's our kitchen completed. As you can see, our sink is right in the corner there. We've got a hob next to the window so you can do your cooking and look out at the view while you're on Loch Ness. Kidding. But yeah, we've also got a little fridge in there. But 12-volt fridges are quite expensive, so that might be one of the last things we install. And as you can see, I've actually put in a little dinette underneath Mum's bed too. So it's enough for 2 people to sit there, and you've got a little table too. But as you can see, there's this hidden compartment here, and this is where everything's going to go, like the brains of the campervan. So inverter, batteries, water pump, and all that is going to go in there. So you can just open the back door, and there will be no wall there, so you can open the back door and you'll get straight access to it, and the dinette. So here it is. This is the plan for my campervan conversion. And as you can see, I've put in a TV there. I've also got cupboards above the kitchen, and a little wall for my bedroom for privacy. And there's a little ladder there too, but that's where I ran out of objects, as you can see. Yeah. So, but this is all you can do with 30 objects, you see? You don't need that many, really. And mine is a really, really stuffed campervan conversion, as you can see, and it's quite unique compared to most other people's because they're mainly built for couples, aren't they? But ours is more of a family campervan, so we can drive places and sleep in the van, and yeah, so it's going to be like a mini narrowboat sort of thing, But yeah, I was going to put a ladder up to Mum's bed, but I ran out of stuff, as you can see. Yeah, that is my campervan, and this is really, really going to help me with actually making this thing real. because I can click on any of these objects and see the exact measurements of them, so I can cut everything to size, and it should fit perfectly because this is exact template of my campervan. So I really do hope this helped anyone who wants to make a 3D campervan design for relatively cheap and relatively easy to do. I tell you what, this is going to be a lot more accurate than any kind of drawing you can do by hand. I definitely recommend this. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned to see this 3D design become a reality.